In a race against time, a group discovers a mystical cave where time moves differently. Inside, they encounter ancient beings, unearth hidden powers called the Fountain of Youth, and witness humanity's desperate escape to a new planet. Filled with thrilling battles, unexpected alliances, and mind-bending twists, the movie culminates in a daring rescue mission aboard a spaceship. The movie begins with Hopper, an archaeology professor, and his dog Boss searching for his family who got lost in a cave expedition while seeking the Fountain of Youth in the 1970s. He, then, finds a distant cave and encounters a cowboy-like man frozen in time. Shocked by the discovery, Hopper returns home. He had planned the exploration with his teaching assistants, Taylor and Jackie. However, he informs them that the situation has changed, deciding to go back to the cave alone. Inside the cave, Hopper finds a mysterious barrier separating the outside world and the cave. Determined, he breaks through the layer, and the previously motionless cowboy figure comes to life. 2 days have passed since the professor's departure. Taylor and Jackie begin to worry, so they decide to search for him. Lacking their own SUV, they reach out to Kara, Taylor's crush, asking to borrow her dad's vehicle. Kara, along with her sister Vives, who has a school project, and Vives' friend Furby, agrees to join the search party. Upon arrival, the kids find Hopper's parents' van. They discover an old rope, leading them to a different section of the cave. There, they find the rope has been cut and is not Hopper's, indicating its age. Realizing the cave's depth, they decide to descend further, leaving Furby to keep watch due to his fear. While going down, Kara identifies the same invisible layer Hopper found earlier, noting its significant change in air. Determined, they decide to break through the layer. Shortly after following the cowboy man, Hopper begins to sense something unusual. He observes a peculiar dance of light, as if someone is intermittently brightening and dimming the cave entrance with a massive flash. Suddenly, he hears a scream and hastily flees the cave. Despite entering when the sun was still shining, within less than 5 minutes inside, he finds the outside world drastically changed. His car is now covered in overgrown plants, and night has fallen. It becomes evident that mere minutes inside the cave equate to decades passing outside. Hopper discovers Kara's SUV and Jackie's backpack, prompting him to re-enter the cave. Meanwhile, as the kids explore inside, they hear screams and decide to leave. As Jackie climbs, she falls because the rope breaks, injure both herself and Taylor, who tries to save her. When they attempt to use a second rope, it's also cut. Suspicion falls on Furby, who they think might have tampered with the ropes. They try to communicate with Furby via radio but receive no response. Eventually, they hear muffled sounds from the radio, seemingly Furby asking for help. With no other choice, the group decides to venture further into the cave, leaving the injured Jackie behind. On the other side of the cave, they find a severed rope and Furby's lifeless body. Upon replaying Furby's camera recording, they learn from Hopper's dad's journal that the cave contains magical water with healing properties. Hopper's family had ventured there to find the water because Hopper's sister was sick. After several days outside the cave, Furby decides to enter in search of his presumed dead friend's car keys. However, while a whole day passes for Furby, only seconds elapse for the rest of the group inside the cave. Furby's rope is cut, causing him to fall but survive. He lies unconscious for an hour, waking up to talk to Taylor. Suddenly, a caveman attacks and kills him. Vives notices a discrepancy. The recording's timecode spans days, yet they have only been in the cave for an hour. With Taylor and Jackie injured, Kara and Vives are left to find a way out and call for help. Kara, being older, decides to climb back up the way they came. She emerges in a drastically different place, devoid of vegetation and with peculiar air quality, making it hard for her to breathe. Spotting a massive triangle-shaped object in the sky and a looming dust storm, she returns to the cave. Upon her return, she faces accusations from the others. They believe she didn't attempt to get help because only a few seconds had passed for them inside the cave, while she had been outside for about 30 minutes. The group figures out that time inside the cave moves much slower than outside. They also notice that the ropes are wearing out quickly due to rubbing against the cliff. When Vives reviews Furby's footage, she realizes that the sun's position changes rapidly, representing the passage of seasons. 1 year, from summer to winter and back, happens in just 1 second inside the cave. They realize that roughly 5,400 years have passed on Earth while they've been in the cave. While attempting to climb the cliff again, a futuristic ladder appears in the cave, accompanied by a giant being in a spacesuit. Unexpectedly, a caveman appears and attacks the giant, but is subdued without lethal force. The group flees to another part of the cave, where they discover the deceased bodies of the cowboy man and Hopper's parents. They are then chased by the 3 cavemen, where Taylor loses his life while the girls manage to escape to the other side of the cave. Kara returns to find Taylor's lifeless body, and while mourning him, she encounters the alien giant, leading to a tense confrontation. He picks up Taylor's lifeless body and drags him to the fountain. Miraculously, the water heals Taylor back to life. The cavemen attack the alien, pulling off his helmet, but he manages to subdue them. Before dying, he shows the group videos of humans moving to another planet for survival. Realizing they can't return, the group faces a choice: leave immediately or stay forever. Taylor finds a mortally injured Hopper near a thick wall. Beyond it, Hopper's long-lost sister and frozen people from different eras fight for control over the Fountain of Youth. Hopper explains the cave system. Each layer has a different time speed, with deeper layers much slower. The group uses the water to heal the injured Jackie and revive Furby, but they're attacked by the remaining caveman. With no other option, they decide to use the giant's high-tech ladder to climb out. Upon reaching the cave's mouth, they discover it's filled with water. Kara attempts to break through the barrier but is pulled away by strange evolved humans. Moments later, a fully suited Kara returns to the cave with advanced technology, rescuing everyone, including Furby, Hopper, and his parents. In the film's conclusion, all of them boarded a larger spaceship headed towards the new Earth.